We are told that these amendments today will ensure greater transparency in the spending of our petrodollars. But in fact, Mr. President, these amendments today do nothing to strengthen our management of public funds. On the contrary, what they do is seek to validate and encourage poor budgeting practices. Mr. President, as taxpayers, shouldn't we be concerned when independent reports speak to the failure of this administration to properly manage and account for our monies? Shouldn't we be concerned that these reports, like the PIFA report, the Public Expenditure and Financial Assessment Report, okay, like the recent cost savings report commissioned by the government, like all the previous reports of the Auditor General, where all of these reports collectively point to a government that does not yet prepare a debt sustainability analysis and does not yet enforce internal controls and rules, and accountability is not demanded? Even though we have general and specific rules for sound financial internal controls and clear accountability, shouldn't we be concerned?
And I'm sorry, but with all due respect to my friend, the leader of government business, and his heart-tugging story about people going on a day out, one day out of their entire struggling lives, one day for go bathing at the Caribbean Sea by Corozal Bay, drink beer and eat tacos, does not constitute social and community assistance to the poor, socially marginalized, and other sectors of the community. Because if that is your vision of how you are going to help the poor and the socially marginalized in this country, then the poverty is yours. You have a poverty of vision, you have a poverty of planning, and you don't understand how to lift people out of the misery and the hardship of their lives. I am sorry for anyone who thinks that beer and tacos is the way to lift people out of the poverty of their lives. Cold like that.
We will go down as a government who applied what belonged to the people to them, as opposed to not telling the people. Not one single thing that was done with the PetroCarib money prior to the United Democratic Party government. We have not heard one thing. We have not heard whether a street was built, whether a drain side was built, whether a classroom was built, and they had millions upon millions upon millions prior to us coming in as a government. Just give me a list. I thought the opposition would have given, I thought the leader of the opposition would have given us a list and said, this is what we did when we were in government.
Order, Mr. President.
Point of order.
There is no PetroCaribbean money before you started spending it. So please, no PetroCaribbean money.
Mr. President, I think she needs to check with her leaders, as there was PetroCaribbean money. She needs to go to the Ministry of Finance